What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the Brown Fox Podcast. Now, if you're new here, if it's your first time here, I'm Matt, videographer at Brown Fox Media House, and joining alongside me today, as always, the founder, creative director, the one and only, the man himself, Joseph. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm doing very well, Matt, or should I say Tom Cruise himself.
Not going to lie.
From the recent Top Gun Maverick movie.
Two things. First of all, I may or may not have rehearsed that intro a fair few times over the weekend. And second of all, I should have worn my aviators.
Yeah, we just have to edit it in post. So, yeah.
Josh, that's your job. Speaking of, special shout out to Josh, who is on the cameras today. He is new to the team at Brown Fox. So thank you, Josh. Appreciate it. And you may or may not see a fair few bit of meme content for Brown Fox, but we'll see how we go. But speaking of Top Gun, we've both seen the movie. Quickly, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, it was
so good. Top 5 for you?
I think it's up there. I would say, if not top 5, definitely top 7.
Yep. Nice.
Yeah, maybe even Top Gun, but
first pun of the day. No, it was good.
Yeah, no, I think it's
cool.
It's up there.
Yeah, awesome.
I rate it. I think it is one of the rare great movies of late, as in
it's not many great movies
as
lately,
as in it was shot literally. As a movie.
As far as I'm aware, all the aerial shots, no green screen, no CGI.
Like, you don't get that these days.
No,
you don't get that. You get actors in a green screen studio.
Exactly.
You get them wearing all the little padding things to get their animation done on screen. You know, it's like, what is it called? The motion tracking or
Yep.
Yeah, so it's very rare to actually see a movie done the way that they did it. So mad respect to the team there.
And as a result, the amount of the amount of pre-production training that the actors and actresses actually had to go through to shoot it.
So in terms of where you're talking about how preparing yourself for the movie, it's like myself, just preparing myself for the podcast, you know, just drove really fast to get here and I put the windows down and that's a meme. I'm calling the memes.
Just quick one, which camera are we looking at? Are we looking at the wide cam or the individual cam? I was
looking at the fire extinguisher.
Nice.
Anyway,
cool. And look, guys,
it is very, very. It is a bit different actually having someone on the camera. So I feel like I'm tending to watch.
I've been
Josh.
looking at the wide cam, but maybe we should be looking at that one there.
Yeah,
maybe,
or the guy behind it.
Yeah, maybe just.
In the words of Matt, oh, it's not there, but
no, is it that one? No. Which one was it?
He's a good man.
You're a good man.
There it is.
Yeah. How'd you say it? He's a good looking man. And with that, it's now time for a bit of this. Had to do it. I don't know if you've prepared it all. Just a quick one today.
Nope.
That's all right. While you're preparing, are you ready for this one? All right. Love that part.
Very prepared.
Singing,
Yep.
Singing in the shower is fun until you get soap in your mouth. Then it's a soap opera.
Yeah, that's all right. It's all right. I'll give you that.
You could probably top it though. Yeah, it was okay. It was just a spur of the moment.
I don't know. If anything, I was just thinking about my weekend, you know?
Yeah.
Because on the weekend, I went to a seafood disco.
Okay, cool.
Pulled a muscle.
Yeah, nice. Josh, whose was better? Be honest. Whose was better? Be honest. He's too focused on the cameras. Whose joke was better? Be honest. We'll let you guys decide on the comments. Yeah. Oh!
You know, all we need, right? I just thought of the next podcast workflow improvement.
Yeah.
Just put the wireless go into one of these.
Yeah.
And get a producer mic on.
Dude, yes, because I've heard podcasts with that, like have a producer mic. Yes.
Yep.
Maybe next time, Josh, we can get you on the mic and have a little bit of input. But yeah, how has your weekend been? I usually ask how your week has been, but we are currently recording on a Monday. So how has your weekend been?
Yep. Well, it ended last week and
nice.
Yeah, we were happened to see you again.
Yeah.
Which was highly highly usual these days with our golf outings. So
we've seen each other 2 Saturdays in a row now, if not more. What did we get up to on the Saturday? 50 meters. No. No, we hit up the driving range once again because, as you guys would remember if you were tuning into our last podcast, if not, episode 13 is out now, we are getting into our golf. So we definitely pride ourselves on amateur golfers. And so, yeah, we like to have a bit of fun. I think since last Saturday, us two have been to the driving range 3 times, twice at Golf Central at the airport and one at Victoria Park. Shout out. It's awesome fun.
May have picked up a membership.
Maybe. And maybe nearly another one at another place, but not yet. But yeah, we're getting a bit hooked. But see, I did not mean that pun.
That was a pun.
That was a good one.
Too easy.
And if it was for me, I'm eating some pizza slices.
So was I.
Yeah. Anyways,
I had some pizza last night.
Oh,
was
Domino's?
No. It's a local Italian.
Oh,
I wrote.
Say no more. What's your go-to order? This is so far off track. What's your go-to order?
It's always the Little Lamb pizza. It's Panini's Pizza, Mount Gravatt East.
Nice.
The Little Lamb, and also like a kind of Hawaiian version. We normally go for the margarita as the second one, but and he wanted a bit of pineapple in the life. So.
Nice. Pineapple and pizza. You a fan?
I don't mind it.
Yeah, I'm about the same. Like, I'll have it, but I wouldn't race to it. But
yeah, I just race to the Tabasco.
Yeah, that's
matter what
fair.
the pizza is.
Smoky barbecue sauce for me, 100%.
Chuck it on there.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, weekends. Yeah, had a pretty cool church barbecue yesterday. Pentecost Sunday, it was good.
Nice.
And I don't know if you saw my Slack threads message, but I may have traded business cards with another guy at church yesterday who has another video production company.
Wow.
So
that's cool.
Yeah, that's the first time he's had that, but that's all right. We'll see how we go.
Awesome. Let's talk about that now.
Yeah, so business cards. No. Look, we should probably get straight into the content of today, but I'd really love to talk today and let you run loose, let loose on on today's topic, because I know it is something that you are very passionate about, especially as of late. We've had many conversations and chats about it, but I'd love to. Apart from that and apart from golf, but okay. I'd love to talk today about showing culture on video. Whether it be capturing the culture of a workplace on video or creating videos for recruitment purposes. I reckon it'd be cool I reckon just to start off with, if you wanted to just quickly talk to us and explain your thoughts behind this and what we've been discussing and what you've been thinking about, especially as of late. Yeah.
Look, it's just super relevant at the moment. I think it's what it is, because the amount of conversations that I've had since probably lockdown started ending, or even before then, of business owners struggling to actually find staff. It's a very, very big topic at the moment. And so I've actually spent a lot of time lately looking into the topic of just where the state of jobs are in Australia and the world. So you can find trends all over the world, but specifically just here in Australia. And I think it's just seeing that enough times and recognizing that there's a major problem going on, in that there's a good thing in that people are actually finding work. People have work. That's why it's so hard for people to actually get the staff they need, but they're not now on the business owners or businesses side of things. Recruitment is a really tricky thing at the moment. I had a conversation last Tuesday with a friend of mine who works in HR, and she also worked in recruitment specifically before she worked in the current job she's in. And we were just chatting for about an hour or so about what trends she's seen and how tricky it is for people to just genuinely recruit. But then also on the flip side, what is a good example of what people can be doing to find staff. And again, just this morning, as I was doing things working from home this morning, I was listening to another podcast about what it is that we should be doing as business people to recruit and how to employ staff for businesses. But then also just that same topic of culture came up, because at the end of the day, at the moment, we talk about customers, like when you're thinking about a sales funnel, for example, for a customer, you think of the journey that a customer has to enter your business. We've talked about it many times. They need to know about you, they like you and trust you. There's also a similar thing going on with even just finding your workforce. The same thing has to happen. People need to know about you, they need to like you and then trust you before they actually want to work for you or with you. And at the end of the day, that comes down to what culture are you exuding in your business? What culture are you showing in your business? And more businesses and organizations need to be more transparent about that today. It's super key.
I love that. And I also, as soon as you started talking, and as soon as even past conversations that we've had, is I remember back to a particular culture video that we made for a media agency just down the road from where we are. And I can really see value and the power of creating videos like that. It's kind of like making, in a sense, testimonial videos where you get someone or people, multiple different amount of people on a video, explaining and expressing what they think of a product or the company in this instance, and then actually showing it on video. I think it's really, really powerful and adds great value to wanting to try and recruit. And if you're having problems, well, why not just create a video or a series of videos of actually showing what the culture is in your workplace.
Yeah, because that's the thing at the moment. There's a term called employer branding. So being an employer of choice, showing potential recruits or potential talent that you're actually worth working with or working for. And like you said just then, like it's the important thing is showing that culture. You can't convey that without being able to see it.
Exactly.
Unfortunately.
Exactly.
Or hearing it. So when you go through Seek and you look through all these job postings, you see a lot of things in common in that they're all saying the same things. They all need the same types of people. So if you happen to be looking for work or you're actually just seeing these positions come up, what is actually going to attract your eye to want to apply? Because the unfortunate truth for business owners at the moment is that people aren't really looking for work as much as they were before, a couple of years ago, and the job market has completely changed. Most people are happily employed, or they're looking for something that you might not be able to offer at the moment. But what is it that's going to attract them to actually know that, this is a place worth working with? You have to show it. Because like my own job journey. So let's put this in my own perspective. So when I graduated years and years ago as an employee, as a civil engineer, I was looking for things that would further me, as in what would look good for me? Would it look good to have this on my resume? Would it look good to have this on my resume? That's why I was attracted to big organizations, big names, because I knew that there was job security, there was a lot of opportunities for development. You'd put this name on your resume. And the construction industry for me was like John Holland, who was one of my employers. It's a big, big organization. And so things like that where that was my attitude. So why would I even go to a smaller employer back then when I could be chasing the big bucks here or whatnot? So that's one problem straight away that a lot of these small and medium businesses are struggling with, is that, well, firstly, we're actually fighting with people who have a lot of opportunities and a lot more scale to hire employees. It's tricky on a smaller level because you have to be really careful with your hires. I mean, not saying you don't when you're a big business, but there's a lot less room for error when you're doing it as a smaller employer. And so how do you actually attract that to start with? So there's that first case of you fighting against other people to attract the same talent, but then now it's what are people wanting now? So that was 10 years ago for me. Now, what am I hearing? I'm hearing a lot of, as an employee, the employees are looking to these employers going, so what can you do for me? What is it that I'm going to get out of this? Because they have the choice. This is the truth right now is they actually have choices. They don't have to work for who they're working for. They can go somewhere else. But a lot of the time I'm hearing as well that they're actually asking, what is the culture like in this business? So what is it going to be like for me to work in this business as not just money, not just, professional development. There's other things. There's like, how will I be treated? There's all sorts of things around diversity and equity and inclusion these days, big names, like big words like that. There's flexibility, working from home options, things like that the job market has completely shifted. And yes, everyone is conscious of that. Firstly, not everyone's doing those things, but then also they're not showing what they need to show to get those people to be attracted into their workplace. They need to show the culture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And just touching on that, actually showing something on screen, it's one thing for someone to talk about it on a video, but it's another thing for it to be actually shown on screen. It goes back to anything, whether it be your workplace or whether it be a product, and we kind of talked about this on the last podcast. It's one thing for someone to talk about a certain product, on camera, interview based or whatever it is, but it's another thing for it to be actually shown on screen and put into action. So yeah, just touching on what you said, I think, there's real importance in actually showing it on screen. I don't know.
There's a lot of ways people can do it. Like it doesn't have to be as complicated as you might think, but the same principles apply when creating videos for recruitment and for showing your culture that they do through anything else in your marketing and sales process. So just like I say to a lot of people, first impressions matter. So if you're seeing something that's tied directly to a job ad for the first time and you want someone to be impressed by the culture of your business, you probably want it to be done well.
Yeah.
And the message to be told correctly.
Yep.
The stories to be told correctly. But then on a day-to-day level, like that's where the mediums of social media come into play, where if you are able to show even little bits here and there of this is what we're doing, here's an outing we had as a company, here is, you know what I mean? Here is the way that we are helping this organization through our charitable things, and whatever it is that shows you need to be, so this probably is going in a circle, because firstly, you need to know what it is that your company stands for to start with, what your values and your vision is. And then from that, be able to show that, because that chat that I had with my HR friend, we spent a lot of time talking about values, because that's actually when she is looking for people, onboarding them into her current role, they need to align with the values of the business. If they don't align, there's no fit. Like, this is what the company stands for. If you don't stand for it, well, there's no fit. There's a quick way to filter that. It's to actually just be able to show it very realistically that this is what we stand for as a company. And for example, right? So it's more than just, here's the outing that we did on the weekend. That's part of culture, but the culture is also rooted in, like, what are you as an organization? It's your vision, your values, your mission, your statements of purpose behind the business.
And I remember, once again, another example of our some of the work that we've done. I remember, again, another client of ours, we've created multiple sort of values, workplace culture videos for, do you know the one I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And I feel like if I was in that industry and not in video production, which I'm glad I'm not, because I would, not for me. But if I feel like if I was in that industry, I saw those types of videos, that would definitely go a long way to conveying me and persuading me, like, oh, this looks like an awesome workplace culture. They don't just come in 9 to 5. Get work done, go home, and that's it. No, they having barbecues every Wednesday arvo and going out doing this and that. And
it's funny because we were literally, I said, I know which one you're talking about, but it clearly wasn't the one I was talking about. IT company or orthodontic clinic?
IT.
Okay, I was thinking of the wrong one.
Yeah, no, but that one as well. No, that's another good example as well. But no, I was thinking of the IT company, who pretty good mates with. But we've made a series of videos for them, and again, like, if I was in that industry, I seem pretty cool, and I think that's something that we're also wanting to implement more and more with our workplace, with our work culture. We don't just come in 9 to 5, 8:30 to 5, create videos. It's a factory. Go home, repeat. Driving range and no,
Go to the golf course. Repeat.
Yeah. No, but just talking for a second. Personally, I thoroughly enjoy. I'm sure I've said this before on a podcast, but I thoroughly enjoy coming to work every day. First of all, because you're a good man, and we love having coffees in the office. But no, I thoroughly enjoy the culture. Here comes the soundboard. I thoroughly enjoy the culture and the workplace, and I thoroughly enjoy getting up each morning and coming to work and seeing you. Thank you very much. Seeing Josh, and yeah, it's a bit of fun. It's lots of fun. But
No, I appreciate that.
I kind of went on a bit of a spiel there.
No, I do appreciate that, but that's the thing. And even for us, and we've had this conversation, is we want to be able to show that now. So we need to be able to talk about it. It's important because a lot of people there who are looking for stuff right now, maybe the only thing that's missing is that they just haven't shown it. It doesn't, there's a lot of people out there who are, yes, genuinely, there is a real struggle, for example, in the trade sector, because it's just, I hear it everywhere, it's just there's not enough qualified tradespeople, and they'll want a lot of things that maybe some of these small, medium companies are struggling to provide for them because they have so many options. But what if they could attract them just based off culture? What if a culture that is good, a good workplace to work at, that is made of good people that have shared values? What if that was a good starting point to be something that's a differentiator, that it's not just about the paycheck, it's not just about that you'll get this bonus and that bonus, but it's maybe even just that as a differentiating factor, let alone every other company that has that same perspective, that we treat our employees well, we have great culture. You can say that, again, you can say that in your job ad. What will you get in this role? Great culture or in workplace. But then everyone says that. What if your Seek ad had not just that you have a whack. Cut again. What if your Seek ad didn't just have all these dot points about how good your company is, but you had a video alongside it that showed it?
Exactly.
It's something that many people have not done. It's so rare that it's actually so rare at the moment that I feel like if that's all you did to start with, it's already going to put you ahead of the pack in just attracting better people. Yeah. There's more to it. Like the recruitment process of any business goes past just attracting it. There's actually experiences. Again, this goes back to my chat with my HR friend. Experiences along the way that when you come on board as an employee, what's the first, and I'm very conscious that I need to work on this too. What's the first impressions that someone comes on board? Do they get onboarded quickly? Do they have the correct training and inductions and orientation, which can all be done via video a lot of the time now? Yeah. Do they have that experience, or are they just kind of like first day on the job, not really sure what to do? How do I get this done? Yeah. So there's even that second part, just like a customer, of loyalty, now a staff member of, is there a good onboarding experience? Yeah. And so in our experience with working with people to say create training and onboarding videos, like there's content that can be done by, doesn't need to be a professional video company. Yeah, it can just be just as easy as when a new staff member in your cafe comes to work for you, that they can you send them the video. All right, here's how you work the till. Here's how you close up when you're locking up. Yeah. Like a lot of this stuff that you don't have to be repetitively coaching them all the time, but it gives them a good experience that this has been thought through. Exactly. So yeah.
And just touching on that, that's something I've been thinking about lately is definitely another podcast we'll have to do, flesh this out more. And I'm sure we've already talked about it on previous podcasts, but video really, depending on the type of video, depending on what purpose it's for, it really has the power to save time, whether it be like an instructional video. I mean, we've been making videos, internal videos for, when new staff members come along or new freelancers come along for editing, we'll be making, mini tutorials online, posting them. So it saves us from having to, repeat it over and over again. Rather, watch this video, and that's all sweet. There was another thing I was going to mention also about the values and the culture of a workplace. I I see lots of people, you know, even friends of mine, family, and, you know, they just don't enjoy what they do and where they work, whether it be for the culture or just what the job is. But, you know, I don't know. I just find real value, and I feel really privileged to be able to put aside the videography for a second, because that's my passion. That's what I love doing. But it's another thing to work somewhere with an awesome and amazing culture. And I just, I don't know. It's, I don't know where I'm going with this, but I just know personally, I find real value, and I feel privileged to be able to have this opportunity, and I see other people and they're just not enjoying, you know, where they work. And I think showcasing your culture on video can and will go a long way to persuading and conveying someone to reach out and be like, hey, you know, first thing I picked up, I love your workplace culture, you know? Yeah,
exactly.
I'd love to work here every day.
Yeah, no, exactly. And like I said just before, it might be one of the only things that's missing in some people's recruitment efforts. It might be, and I'm not saying that it's going to work for everyone or whatnot, but it's, again, you got to give things a try.
Yep.
And it might just be that. Like it starts, like you said, just like anything, just like when we're creating videos for any organization, it doesn't matter how good the video is we make if it doesn't serve the purpose, but it also doesn't matter if we make a video and the actual organization isn't doing a good job. So firstly, it's an internal thing of hopefully your culture is worth showing to start with, but then if and when it is, show it.
Yep.
Because you're missing out on the good opportunities and we'll have to talk about this again on another podcast, I think, for lack of time.
Yeah.
But it's massive, man. Like the amount of potential missed opportunities by just people not knowing that you're a good employer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a good man. Yeah.
Oh, well, thank you. I was talking about.
No, seriously.
No, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Didn't realize we changed the soundboard again.
And all I have to say about that,
There it is.
all I have to say about that was
Good content.
yeah.
So good.
And with that, I think that's a perfect way to end today's podcast. Really want to say thank you for tuning in, whether you're watching or listening today's podcast. Really hope you found lots of awesome value. Thank you, Joe, for coming along with me as always. And thank you, Josh, for behind the camera. I'm sure you did an amazing job. And if you didn't, you'll know about it. No.
And now, are we looking at the A or the B cam?
Directly in between somewhere.
Okay.
Let's look at the A cam.
Okay.
Thank you guys so much for watching and listening. Really hope you enjoyed. Definitely, as always, put down in the comments timestamps of anything in particular you liked, you didn't like, my moustache, I don't know, and anything you'd like us to talk about. I didn't think I was going to bring that up, but it's out now. So, definitely comment down below. And any final thoughts?
No. Good job hosting it.
Oh, I try my best. I try my best. Where's he going? Thank you. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And we'll see you guys in the next podcast. Have an awesome day, and we'll see you next time.
Fox is out.
Fox is out.
Come on. I didn't know.
3, 2, 1. Fox is out.
Didn't know you were going to do